Okay, well, welcome back, everybody. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Well, let me see. All right, there we go. I need that. Okay, so this is our Bitcoin miner thing card that we had yesterday, and let's open up our. Yep, there's Arduino. So yesterday I kind of had to. Gosh, yesterday I had to pause on this because I couldn't figure out how to get the Arduino connected. And in fact, I went back to my previous project, this house here. I don't know if you remember this house or not, but it doesn't matter. There's an Arduino board in here. It's the same thing. It's an ESP32. So the problem is I had to reload the operating system on this computer since then, and I forgot what I did to make the Arduino boards connect. So I had to start going through that process again, which is kind of lengthy, and it's a lot of like rabbit holes and dead end trails and mysteries and stuff. And sometimes the whole thing kind of culminates in excuse me, let me wipe this off a little bit. See if that's better. Okay. I think it's a little bit better. Sometimes the whole thing ends with several reboots and stuff, and I was just getting frustrated. I said, I'll come back to this tomorrow. So today, plugged in the computer, turned everything on, and as you can see, and we connected the Arduino, and we were able to connect with the USB. So, mind you, I'm using a Linux Ubuntu operating system. So, some of you guys who use Windows and whatever you have you out there might have different connection issues. But anywho, tried a few things, couldn't get it right last night. Went to bed, shut off the computer. I think I had rebooted the computer several times as well during the process. But I woke up this morning and I was able to connect. And if you remember, so let me cut to the other screen real quick so I can start showing you what I want to show you. Okay, so I didn't waste a lot of time on camera, dealing with this kind of crap, right? But this is my TTY serial 0, TTY USB 0. And USB is a universal serial bus, but it's a specific type of, bus. This is a different serial bus. And that's what we needed. We couldn't get that. And we have a Dev32 module. So what we did was we opened up Arduino and we just have a random sketch, December 7th is it's how it names the sketch, and we just ran it empty and it connected. And the result of that is all of that lady and all that phone number and stuff that you saw at the beginning, that all disappeared because we just loaded on a completely blank script. Having said that, I don't really think much about it because um, we're here on this page, and this is going to tell us how we got to reprogram this whole thing anyway, right? So as far as we know, that thing was spyware. That actually could have, when I plugged it in, it could have uploaded something to my computer. I don't know, but I don't think it's recoverable now. Let's look at our main tutorial. Um, and so what are we going to cover in here? Chapter 1, serial, RGB, button interrupt, battery voltage, SD card, um, multifunctionality. Okay. This is the display. Um, okay, so we were working on this yesterday, right? And so it says open sketch, folder under, double click. Okay. Um, Determine whether there's data in the serial port buffer. We're not going to have to, we don't have to deal with that now because we're not actually on the serial channel, we're on USB, and we shouldn't have to mess with baud rate with USB. I don't think. But what are we trying to do? We're trying to establish communication with the board. Okay. This would be for a specific, duh. Okay, yeah. So this is what going through the explanation of the code. This serial begins, sets the baud rate, because we will be communicating. Determine whether there is that. I think. Oh, play an MP3. These are all generic product. Okay. What's LVGL? Display cable styles. Okay. We'll have to figure out what LVGL means. I don't know. But previous image next. Okay. This is the finished product. This is what we're designing here. It's a picture flip book. You can customize. Okay. I don't know what that means, but anyway, it's a picture book. It's a picture displayer. Okay. So multi-functionality. What's before connecting? Okay. Level 19. Arduino. Okay. So first and foremost, oh, and then here's the miner tutorial. So it looks like, oh crap, okay. So those are all in the projects. Obtain, what did we set over here? View online. Isn't that the same thing? Okay, let's click on miner tutorial. This sends us to the same spot. Okay. No worries. So we want, let's look at this. Obtaining the, ooh, hey, look at you. Obtaining the BTC receiving address. If you already have a BTC receiving address, feel free to skip this. Otherwise, follow the sections. Okay, click this, exodus.com. Open the downloading interface. Choose this version consistent with your system. Windows, Mac, Linux. Okay, nice. So it says if you already have, feel free to, we don't have that, but we'll do it later on otherwise. And click that link and go there. Open the Exodus downloading interface. Okay. We'll probably pick linux.zip. Open the downloaded installation package, installing. This looks Windows. Start your journey. Make your first deposit by crypto. Already have a wallet. Okay. Click settings. Click back up and create your password. Do not forget to share this password with anybody you need. So we're making a wallet. We click next, create a password. Okay. Memorize your password, put in safe place, don't ever. Check the box. I understand the risk of sharing my key. Use secret key for your eyes only. Okay. Use secret key. Show secret key. Please note this interface cannot be screenshot or photographed. Do not disclose any. You must securely store these 12 mnemonic words corresponding to the numbers. Without them, you will permanently lose your access to this wallet. Okay. So click done. Select the correct answer based on the. Okay. Backup complete. Exodus password. Secret key. Assets. Earn assets to the list. Earn assets to list them in your portfolio. Okay, you can also import tokens that are listed. Okay, that's good. All right, BTC, BTC, Bitcoin. Okay, that's what we want. Click receive. Receive. Okay, your Bitcoin address. Oh, so you click receive. The generated string is a Bitcoin address. This address can be publicly shared and is used to receive Bitcoin. Okay. For any Exodus related usage questions, answers can be found here. Okay, if you have any concerns, please feel free. Okay, so basically we need a wallet first. You'll probably do it with other kinds of wallets. I had a wallet a long time ago, but I lost it. And I don't know much about them. I went through the very basics of it. But it looks like we're setting up a wallet to receive this type of currency, right? Bitcoin. And when we receive it, we will receive it at this. This is like the public key, I think probably, or if it isn't a public key, then it's similar to a public key. But anybody can use this public key to send me Bitcoin. Okay, so we have to have that set up. So we're probably going to put in this Bitcoin address somewhere else once we get into the Nerd Miner. So first off, let's see, what's Nerd Miner? What's Nerd Miner v2? Nerd Miner v2 project utilizes FreeNovi ESP32 display Nerd Miner v2 to implement. It requires some programming background and a basic understanding of digital currencies. Okay. Because on the TikTok video, they're like, you send me this credit card size thing, and now I'm like cranking out the Bitcoins. Yeah, right. Okay. I mean, Nerd Miner is an excellent episode. Its goal is to allow users to mining a Bitcoin block using a small primary aim. Object is to help more people learn about cryptocurrency while owning an aesthetically pleasing desktop accessory. Okay. Nerd Miner 2 supports mining on solo pools, implementing a Stratum protocol. Okay, those sound like keywords. By default, it connects to public Poolio, which supports NerdMiner devices, but the pool address can be customized. FreeNovi has ported this project to run on the FreeNovi ESP32 display. Okay, this tutorial will guide you through the process of running the project on the FreeNovi ESP32 display. Okay, well, let's go back. What was the Nerd Miner v1? Let's read this. Okay. GitHub is an excellent Bitcoin mining firmware specifically for breaks away from traditional mining, massive electricity consumption, high hash rates, adopting solo mining mode. In this mode, every computation has a chance to independently win the entire block reward. Nerd Miner supports and supports all cryptocurrencies based on SHA-256. Nice. Okay. Okay. FreeNovi. So the SHA-256D algorithm. That sounds like that's what we're trying to crack. FreeNovi has Successfully ported this project to run on the free Novi ESP30. Miner offers two management tools. NerdMiner Controller Client, Windows Desktop Application, NerdMiner Controller Web, cross-platform web, designed with Python, compatible with Windows and Mac OS. Okay. I don't think that's what we want then, right? So let's go check over here again. NerdMiner V2. Doesn't say anything about Windows or Mac specific over here. As of the time of writing this, NerdMiner V2 is temporarily free to use. Never disclose your wallet's key to anyone. Troubleshooting: if you have followed the tutorial but are still unable to use the miner, please feel free to contact us for support. Okay, compatibility. At the time of this writing, ESP has 5 different models, although they vary in terms of screen drivers resolution. Official NerdMiner V2 is not fully the official firmware is not full, therefore FreeNovi has conducted secondary development based on, okay. So we have the 4-inch, fully compatible, okay. Here we go. Firmware flashing. Since the official NerdMiner is not compatible with this product, this tutorial only demonstrates how to flash. Wait, since the official NerdMiner, how to flash it onto the product via Bitcoin Flash Preview. What? Let me read this again. Since the official Nerd is not compatible with this product, this tutorial only demonstrates how to flash the adaptive firmware onto the product via FreeNovi official website, and that's where we're at. For information on the official, okay, please refer to the relevant documentation separately. Open the web flasher, and click select device. Okay. USB, serial, CH, okay. Nice. And what's it look like at the end? Cool. Oh, I feel like I missed something. That should be our code, right? You can view the current working status of the worker. Enter your Bitcoin address and click My Workers. Okay. Huh, okay. Let's see. Public pool. When using the public pool, you can manage it right. Okay. So select your network. Please note that only supports 2.4 gig network. Okay. So we have to find your 2.4 and configure device if you don't have a Bitcoin address yet. Section to get it. If the mining efficiency, you can switch to other mining pools as needed. So SSID, then the password, and then change the mining pool, publicpool.io on that port. Put our Bitcoin address in there. Configure the time zone. Okay. And then color inversion if you want. Okay. Color inversion. So what do we have before that? Configure the Wi-Fi and miner AP. connect, turn on WLAN. Okay. Connect with the free Novi. If the firmware is not, please navigate to the firmware flashing section. Serial monitor. Okay. What's this? Device search. That's the reset button. Okay. Let's see. Boot reset. Yep. Okay, and then flash directly from the web. So do not disconnect. So we should be pretty straightforward from here. We should be able to flash it. And then okay. That's where it throws me off, is down here it says connected to the computer. If the firmware has not been flashed yet, please go to the firmware flashing section to do it. But we're assuming that, okay, so if it has been flashed, then we're going to connect it. Okay, so it's just saying if you finish this and then went to bed. Okay. Bitcoin stream BC1 QA. I wonder if that matches our number down here. BC1 QA. Yeah. Huh. Wonder. Okay, so let's check that out. Because we have to enter that up here, don't we? Battery, start monitor, that's okay. Got any concerns? Disconnect, okay. Connect, serial USB, select version, select our firmware. Okay. That's our model. That's our device pod rate. Okay, we should be able to do this. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back